Hey guys, today I'm going to be talking about each position on the softball field and what it takes to be good at them. So there's 9 positions, so that means 9 players are on the field at once. There's pitcher, catcher, first baseman, second baseman, third baseman, shortstop, left fielder, right fielder, and center fielder. So each of these are numbered 1 through 9, and they do this so it's easier to write it on the lineup sheet and for the scorebook. So the pitcher's number 1, catcher's 2, first baseman's 3, second baseman's 4, third baseman's 5, shortstop 6, left field is 7, center field's 8, and right field is 9. So in order to be a pitcher, you need to be mentally tough, you need to be good under pressure, you need to be competitive, and you need to have good leadership skills. So the pitcher sets the pace for the game, so I think they need to be able to bounce back from their mistakes as well when they do make a mistake and not put it all on themselves. So the catcher needs to have strong legs because you're going to be squatting all game. You need to have good hitting skills. You need to have a very strong arm because you're going to be throwing the ball a lot and throwing it far. You need to have excellent footwork, and you need to be strong and mentally smart. So in order to be a first baseman, you need to be able to pick bad throws that are coming at you. You need to be a large target. You need to be able to read throws very well. And you need good reflexes and instincts. The first baseman's main job is to be a power hitter though. The second baseman needs good glove and defensive work. They need to be quick. They need to be a skilled contact hitter, and they need to have a decent arm. The reason they need to have a decent arm is because they're not throwing the ball very far. The shortstop needs to have good glove skills, good range, good arm strength, and a good field vision. The third baseman needs to have a very strong arm. They don't need to be afraid of the ball because that's when the ball is going to be coming the fastest is to third base. And they need to be a power hitter. To be a left fielder, you need to have an okay arm. You need to have good speed and a strong bat. For a center fielder, you need to be very fast. You need to be the best fielder in the outfield. You need to have excellent ball reading skills, and you need to be a solid hitter. To be a right fielder, you need slight power, good speed, and a decent bat. There's 3 positions that are on the field, and on the defensive side, it's more offensive, and one of them is a DH, which means a designated hitter, and they just hit in the place of the pitcher only because most coaches don't want their pitchers to hit and risk getting hurt. Then there's a pinch runner, which they only run in the place of another player. So if your player gets on base and they're slow, the coach is most likely going to put in a pinch runner, which is someone that's going to be faster. And then you have a pinch hitter, which they only hit in the place of a hitter that's already in the game. So if you have a player that got a bad hit the inning before, the coach might put in a pinch hitter for them to see if they can get a better hit. So in my opinion, I think the hardest 2 positions are a pitcher and catcher because you have to be the most mentally strong during the game because like I said, the pitcher sets the pace of the game, they control the game, and I think the pitcher is the one that goes out and calms everyone down and just keeps everyone calm. And then I think the easiest is a right fielder because not a lot of balls are hit to them, and I don't think it's hard to play outfield because all you're doing is catching a ball in the air. So that's pretty much it for all the positions. But then you have a bullpen catcher, which they just stay in the bullpen and catch pitchers that are warming up. And then you would just have all your coaches.